Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 10, text 1. Sri Chaitanya Padamboja Madhupepyo Nama Namaha Katanchid Ashraya Yesham Svapitad Ganda Bhagavit. Translation. Let me repeatedly offer my respectful obeisances unto the bee-like devotees who always taste the honey of the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even if a doggish non-devotee somehow takes shelter of such devotees, he enjoys the aroma of the lotus flower. Purport. The example of a dog is very significant in this connection. A dog naturally does not become a devotee at any time, but still it is sometimes found that the dog of a devotee gradually becomes a devotee also. We have actually seen that the dog has no respect even for the tulasi plant. Indeed, a dog is especially inclined to pass urine on the tulasi plant. Therefore, the dog is the number one non-devotee. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan movement is so strong that even a dog-like non-devotee can gradually become a devotee by the association of a devotee of Lord Chaitanya. By the association of a devotee of Lord Chaitanya. Srila Shivananda Sena, a great householder devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, attracted the dog on the street while going to Jagannath Puri. The dog began to follow him and ultimately went to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and was liberated. Similarly, cats and dogs in the household of Srivas Thakur were also liberated. Cats and dogs and other animals are not expected to become devotees, but in the association of a pure devotee, they are also delivered. Sri Chaitanya Padamboja Madhupepyo Namo Namaha Katanchid Ashraya Yesham Shvapitat Kanda Bhagavit. Let me repeatedly offer my respectful obeisances unto the bee-like devotees who always taste the honey of the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If even a doggish non-devotee somehow takes shelter of such devotees, he enjoys the aroma of the lotus flower. So now this is an encouraging verse for devotees who have pets. Because sometimes devotees who have pets get very much offended when devotees who don't have pets say that if you are attached to your dog or cat, you will be born as a dog and a cat. That's heavy preaching. But here, in Krishna consciousness, everything is somehow engaged, reconciled. And here is mentioned that in the houses of these devotees, famous devotees of Lord Chaitanya, there was also pets, and then they were delivered. And I had devotee friends who really like animals. Some of them they want to have like a zoo or just want to save all the animals. And also when they find an animal on the street like dying or struggling, then they take it home and take care of it. And sometimes what I've seen that there was one small cat and it was already at the verge of death because it was in the rain and the cold and it was injured one devotee found it and gave her prasadam and played her kirtan, and the cat died. So this cat got such an amazing benefit just before departing, but just before leaving the body. So it is said that anyone can be delivered by the holy name, even plants, not only animals, even viruses can get purified. What attracted me to Krishna consciousness is universality of it. That it's very universal, it's all-encompassing, it's something completely broad, and it doesn't refer to any nation or any religion. And also, it's like Srila Prabhupada said, that who are the citizens in the country? So we usually think that people, like human beings, are the citizens in the country. But Srila Prabhupada said also the animals are the citizens, and the plants are the citizens. So one has to take care of all the living entities in the country. Actually, the king or the president has to take care of all the living entities in the country. Because Krishna is Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. He is the best friend, Suhrid, the best friend of Sarva Bhutanam, all living entities, not only humans. Humans have become too proud, and then they think they have a right to kill, to cut the trees, to kill animals, to eat them. This is just false pride. It's false pride. Srila Prabhupada was protective about all living entities, and if someone has a pet or take care of animals, then they have a duty to give them prasadam, food that is offered to Krishna, and to play them kirtan. And also sometimes, maybe in India, or I don't know, other places maybe sometimes, because in India sometimes classes are outside under the tree, or in the West sometimes we have classes in the garden or in some outside venue. So this is the situation where the animal can come and join the kirtan or join the class. And sometimes we have seen a funny situation. I heard that in India, that one dog was coming to the class every day, and he was listening attentively, and devotees, because they are tired, they sleep during the class, but dog doesn't sleep during the class. He's listening attentively. And from the story of Bharat Maharaj, we see that he got the body of a deer because of being attached to deer. So he was not an ordinary deer. He would come where the sadhus are also. So you never know who is this soul who comes in the body of an animal. And sometimes they look like, they have eyes like a human being. You have a feeling that they understand everything. So this is not an accident. That it's like this. It's from previous lives they have practiced Krishna consciousness, and they are attracted. And sometimes the dog, he also stands up on his back legs and tries to dance or tries to sing with his voice along with devotees. So there is a very spontaneous attraction. There is very spontaneous attraction. So if animals can be delivered who are very much in ignorance, then also human beings who are in ignorance can be delivered by Krishna consciousness. Then, like in the Yamuna Maharaj Maharaj went to Amazon jungle and met Aborigine people, and devotees sometimes meet Aborigine people. So there are many instances where someone who is in a very low position becomes delivered, like Mrigari, the hunter. He was so sinful and so horrible that he was not killing animals, he was killing them half, so that they slowly die and suffer like this even more. So this is even worse than just killing someone. He was so simple, he was such a bad person. And fortunately, he got the mercy of Narada Muni, and he was delivered, and he changed. He has undergone so much personal transformation that next time that his guru came with another saintly person, he was so careful, and he was removing the ants very carefully with the cloth, so that nobody steps on them. And so he became very, very considerate of other living entities, even such small living entities like ants. So we see that in the contact with a saintly person, someone who is very sinful, he can actually experience personal transformation. And this shows in his behavior towards others. He's more compassionate. So one result of associating with saintly personalities and with reading the scriptures is change of character. Actually, the most important result is change of character. And this is manifested in the behavior, how one relates to others. This morning, one devotee sent me the quote from Srila Prabhupada where he says, "Don't worry about the world. The world will go on with or without you, but worry about liberating yourself and becoming Krishna conscious yourself." And then I asked this devotee who sent me this, what about paradukkha dukkhi? That the devotee is unhappy when he sees other people unhappy. And then he said, this is part of the instruction that Srila Prabhupada says in this quote. It's from the morning walk, that you become Krishna conscious, fully Krishna conscious, and go back to Godhead. And then I said, what about saints and sages throughout the ages doing sacrifice for the benefit of the whole world? I forgot, I think he said that we should not imitate them but follow in their footsteps. So, and now there is other, I mean, you could use another verse from the Bhagavatam as an argument, to argue with this. That self-effulgent Vaikuntha planets cannot be attained by those who are not merciful to others, and that this life should be utilized for doing welfare activities for others, and the highest and the best welfare activity is to give them Krishna consciousness. So now in this verse from the Bhagavatam, there is a direct relation between our behavior with others, people who are around us, and liberation, or going back to Vaikuntha. So Krishna has made such a practical system that in order for someone to get liberation, he has to also help others, and he has to act as if he is not envious. As if he is not envious. He has to act in such a way. And get purified by this service. And so these things are connected. That one's own elevation or liberation and how he deals with people around him. Therefore, devotee care has become popular in ISKCON, and becoming more and more popular. Taking care of every individual. And sometimes devotee care is given only lip service. We say, yes, we are into it. Everybody will support devotee care, but who will actually do it and who will actually invest money, time, energy, listening, and this, when you declare something, then you have to show by example that you really value it, So, it's one thing to say, I care about devotee care, but it's another thing to actually practically support it and do it. Practically support it and do it. And I heard that in Chaupati, 7 times they tried to develop a counselor system. 7 times it failed. And then finally it took root. Because Prahlad Maharaj didn't give up preaching about this. And then disciples understood after many years. Now, if you ask a person, what is important to you? Like a family person, they can say, well, my family is important to me. And then you can ask, so how much time do you spend with them? Oh, very little time, I'm busy. And even when I have a free time, I'm too tired or have other things to do. So if one says that something is important to him, then we can check how much time he spends on that. How much time he spends on that. So what is important to you is not shown, but what you say is important to you, but by what you do, what you can be observed to do. And you may say, well, yes, it's important to me, but I have to do other things also. And you have heard about the saying, where there is a will, there is a way. And if you really want something, if you really want something, you will find a way to get it. Or you will find a way to do it. You find a way to get it, find a way to do it. So almost nothing can stop you. So if something is not so important, then it could be, how to say, in the background. And one can ask himself, if something is really important to me, then how can I get more time to do it? Or people who are important to me, how can I get more time to spend with them and to support them? How can I do that? And there is always a better answer than what we are doing at present. There's always better answer. There is always some way to improve this situation. And Srila Prabhupada once asked, what is the most important question? So now, those of you who remember, I already mentioned this, I think. Please don't say anything, but I'm asking others who never heard this. So Prabhupada asked, what is the most important question? Can you guess what was the answer? It doesn't have to do directly with Krishna. So don't say the most important question is how to please Krishna, how to serve Krishna, how to please Guru, how to serve Guru. It's not that. Something else. Something like universally. I mean, anybody can relate to it, even people who are not devotees. So what is the most important question? Prabhupada said, the most important question is, and then he said that question, which is, has no names in it, like Krishna or Guru.
How to help others?
No. I mean, this is also amongst most important questions, how to please Krishna. These are all, maybe the most important question is how to please Krishna. But in this case, Prabhupada said something else. What is the most important question? It has to do with this question also. Yeah?
The person who is asking, what is the most important question? I mean, the person who is asking another person, what is the most important question?
No, Prabhupada is asking what is most important question. She's asking, I don't know if he was a class or morning walk, but then he answered it himself, because nobody knew or nobody dared to try to answer that question. So what is the most important question? He is asking this question and he is answering it. So you can try to guess, yeah?
How I can become happy.
Okay. Yeah, this no? More?
What's the best for you?
What is the best? Like Arjuna asked this, what is best for me? Yeah, this is one of the questions in the Gita. Okay.
What's the goal of life, someone writes.
What's the goal of life? No. It's a little bit tricky. And okay, I'll tell you. He said the most important question is, what is most important? If you want to find out what is most what?
She said this.
Really?
Yes.
You said it? Oh, I didn't understand, sorry. Busy. Okay, so what is most important? So we can also say this question in another way, like, what is your top priority? And you may say, my top priority is this. So how are you doing it? I mean, if God looks at you, if God sees you, or your spiritual master sees you, will he be convinced by your behavior that this is most important to you? This is your top priority. Okay, if we say our top priority is devotee care, and then one devotee needs socks, and he comes to the temple commander and says, I need socks. And then he says, oh, temple budget is very low, and I cannot buy you any socks. And the devotee says, okay, or maybe the devotee tries to steal socks, or he tries to earn some money to buy socks, or whatever. But if the devotee care would be really a value or really important, how would the temple commander reply, even if he doesn't have money in the temple treasury? So it was inconsistency between what we say and what we do. Yes?
He would say, don't worry, we'll arrange something for you.
Don't worry?
We'll arrange something for you.
Yes. So that means he's promising to help, and hopefully he will do something about it, not forget. But what else could the temple commander say if he would really care and it would be a value in the temple, devotee care would be value in the temple, high value, and but he doesn't have, at the moment, he doesn't have resources, so what could he have said?
He could give his sock to him.
Mahasaks. Okay, that's one option. I mean, if it's cold and, you know, that's one option. What else? Yeah, that's one.
Look in the Brahmajyoti.
Huh?
Look in the Brahmajyoti.
What?
Look in the Brahmajyoti. Brahmajyoti is the place where all the not used things which
yeah.
belongs to nobody.
They have
Lost and found box.
They have this at the manor. They have a, but they call it Brahmajyoti. They call it like old clothes storage. Why you call it Brahmajyoti?
Explain it.
Well, like sometimes things or like sometimes souls go into Brahmajyoti and then they need to come back again. So it's the same with the clothes.
It's impersonal. It's impersonal. Somehow.
It belongs to no one.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
has no personality.
So it belongs to no one. Okay, so what else you could have said about the socks? No money, but still you want to show that you care. Yeah?
I will teach you how to knit socks.
Okay. I mean, there is many things he can say, but the worst thing is he just apologize and do nothing. That means devotee care is not really a value. Yes? You? So there is inconsistency, and the worst thing is when leaders promise something or say something, like child protection. You know, everybody agrees, and ISKCON will be strict, and we will deal very strictly with people who have children. But still, it's not happening 100%. There is leniency. There is leniency. So that actually decreases trust. This decreases trust, and people will not trust leaders if they are not they are inconsistent. If you proclaim that something is important, then you have to show it, even at the sacrifice of personal interest. Even at the sacrifice of personal interest, that is leadership, and that is honesty. Otherwise, nobody will take seriously what the leaders say or write if they don't show it. And I wrote to this. Now, Child Protection Office is at the manor, and I contacted the devotee who is in charge now, and another devotee who was always campaigning for child protection and trying to expose also the things that were like hiding. He even appreciates this devotee. He says that he's very serious, and he wants to, he will not accept any pressure and any politics or whatever. So, and anyway, I'd like to see what he would like to do. But it's called in English where rubber meets the road. Where rubber meets the road. That means you have to walk your talk if you say something. So this is what we see in the scriptures, this kind of character, manifestation of character. We see consistency, we see fearlessness, we see not being sentimental due to one's own sense gratification. We see readiness to sacrifice, and how Krishna has now made this situation in the world where everything is changing. I mean, in the news, every title has the name of this very prominent personality in the world now. So and people are, like coming together, helping each other, and he could have made a nuclear war. Krishna could, because if the people need to die due to karma, then Krishna could have made a nuclear war. Krishna could have created this hatred or enmity. And he doesn't have to create it; it's already there. I mean, envy between people is already there. But this is a different way to warn people and to make people more serious about life, about using this human life, and about asking very deep, important questions about life, where we are going, what we are doing, and so much killing is going on, and it has to stop. And the reactions have to be manifest. So much killing in the womb, so much killing of cows and other animals, and people trafficking, child abuse. How can this go on without reactions? There has to be something. And now this morning I got a news that in Croatia there was an earthquake, and quite. I mean, the big cathedral in Zagreb, it's huge cathedral. It's not like in KOELN, it's smaller, but it's quite big that one part fell off. It was such a strong earthquake. And now I hope devotees are not in danger. But what I've heard from Bhaktivedanta Swami, and also somewhere I came across some prophecies that first 20 years of the new millennium would be, around first 20 years, will be very hard and problematic, and then the better times will come. So I don't know if it's true. And I heard maybe 2 more years there will be trouble. Like globally there will be different things, and then it will start to get better. It will start to get better. So from this story, in this section, we see that even animals can be delivered by Krishna consciousness, by the holy name, by prasadam, and that there is no limit to how much one can preach and how much one can give Krishna consciousness to others, to all living entities. So thank you very much for listening. Do you have any questions? Yes?
Just a couple little things to add about animals. When I joined in Australia, I spent some time on one of the farms, and the temple walls were glass. It was just big windows, because Australia is a pretty warm country. So, and there was a dog. He came every day for darshanati without fail. Yeah, you could really observe. He was coming and he was sitting there outside and he was looking through the glass window every day at the same time. So it was very obvious that he had some attraction there. And also peacocks. Peacocks were there on the farm. They were also coming every morning for darshanati and looking at the Lord. And also in Ekachakra, because every year I'm doing this holy name retreat in Ekachakra for quite a few years now. There's also one very special dog. First day on arrival in the afternoon, we always go to Purikama, and this dog always comes along, always, without fail, same dog. There's so many there, but there's one particular dog, he always comes along. He walks with the devotees on Purikama, and then when we stop and talk, he sits down, and he's all excited, and he comes along. And that same dog, one particular time when the bus full of devotees arrived, I'm always there excited, greeting everybody, and this dog was also coming and greeting everybody in such an amazing way. I mean, he was jumping and making all kinds of noises, and it was very clear that he was so happy, so joyfully receiving the devotees. But this only happened once. Every time I'm there, I'm looking, is the dog coming and greeting the devotees again? But he's not. But one particular time, he went out of his mind to welcome the devotees. Yeah, he made noises which I've never heard coming from a dog. It was quite impressive, you know. And then another little additional thing about devotee care, that I see one of the main challenges in regards to devotee care, that we have to understand we have to become more people focused rather than project focused. So, yeah, alright, to get a pair of socks and this and that, that's just one little rather external aspect of care. But the real challenge is to really understand we cannot only think what is best for the project. This is a very short-term way of leading actually. Long-term is if we really look what each and every devotee needs to happily move on in their spiritual life, and then long-term the project will also flourish. You know? But if we only look at short-term, what is good for the project, this burns people out. And we see it all over the world. People come, they hang around for a while, they're moving on because they feel, I'm just used, you know, for the project's interest, but nobody's actually caring about me as a struggling sadhaka, what I need to really make advancement. And yeah, and this of course doesn't mean that we don't care about the project, so sometimes there has to be also marathons where we have to meet the immediate needs of a project or something, but long term, you know, if this is a constant situation, a permanent situation, that only the needs of the project is there, this will not keep the people there, and people will not want to give really their life and soul to the project. That's a bit of a challenge, and I guess that's where the brahmanas are coming in, you know? That's the role of the brahmanas. A true brahmana is not interested in power and title, position, control. He's simply looking what has to be adjusted so everybody's ultimate interest in going back home, back to Godhead is met. So that's why all the Kshatriya kings, they had a Chanakya Pandit. You know? They had an aloof Brahminical advisor who simply adjusts things so everything is there for everybody's benefit going on. You know? Yeah, I feel we haven't truly recognized this need for this Brahminical, aloof Brahminical advisor, you know, who is not into power, title, position and all that. He has no interest in that. He simply sees that everything is nicely balanced so that everybody can really make progress.
Thank you. Okay, last question. Or comment? Okay, Prabhu, you want to say something? You could have given class.
Or socks.
Should not have waited for me.
I need to understand myself what is devotee care, so better to listen.
Okay, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Yeah.